What's going on, guys? It's Matt here, Lost at 40. I have some gauze in my mouth because I had my tooth pulled today. So I know this isn't the greatest as far as lighting, but I'm just getting back into things again. So hopefully you guys can have some grace on me. Um, yeah, I just wanted to document this is day 2 of not drinking alcohol. Um, I made like a little short clip for TikTok, but I didn't want to keep making shorts for YouTube, so I figured I'd come on here and just tell you about my day. Last night I came home and I was so tired. I just wanted to sleep, and I actually wound up sleeping really well last night. Um, I woke up this morning and it was my day. Today's my day off, so um, I thought, well, first actually, so I've been having this really bad tooth infection, and I knew I needed to pull this cracked tooth. So, being that I'm far away from anyone that can really help me, and the fact that I don't have a license, I was like, shoot, what am I gonna do? I can't get to my old, dentist. They're way too far away. She's like at least 45 minutes from here, and I didn't want to have to ask anyone to really help me out like that. My ex-wife lives out here, and she would have helped me, but I didn't want to ask that of her. So thankfully, I woke up this morning, and yesterday I had left a message at this local dentist. You know how dentists can be; they don't always have openings right away. Well, at 9 o'clock this morning, I had this dentist call me and tell me that they could get me in, and they could get me in at 4 o'clock. So I was so excited about that because I knew that if I could get my tooth pulled, that'd be one of my major issues, debilitating issues, taken care of. And fortunately, even though I don't have that high of a paying job at all, like right now, because I just don't, at least I do have pretty good dental health care. So, they, I mean, so that was great. So before, 4 o'clock, I was like, all right, 4 o'clock, boom, I'll get my tooth pulled. I just went out and went to the local barber shop, got a haircut, so I feel a lot better about myself, just being cleaned up. What else did I do? Oh, and then after that, I just went for a walk and decided that I should probably try to find like an AA meeting. Just why not? It's not gonna hurt me. And so I did find a 12 o'clock meeting, which actually they have a 12 o'clock meeting 5 days a week at this local church, which is close enough for me to walk to easily. So I did that. I went into the meeting like somewhat reluctantly. I don't always enjoy the AA meetings just because some aspects of it sometimes reminds me of the Jehovah's Witness the Jehovah's Witness cult that I was in at one time. But I went anyways, and in time everyone started to share their experiences, and that's the part that I've always liked, that I did like uh, at this particular meeting, was just to hear the genuine um, experiences from people. Um, it was just nice. And so I got to go to a meeting, and actually in that meeting I met this really nice old guy who's all about AA and helping people, and not just AA, just sobriety in general. Um, he kind of came up to me and talked to me and let me know that he was also a contractor, and he happens to live like right across the street from this church. He lives here, I live a block down, just down the way. And so he kind of was like, well, why don't you let me drive you home? I'm like, oh, I could just walk home, not a problem. He's like, well, let me drive you home, that way I know where you live, and he's like, if you ever want to ride to an AA meeting, it's no problem, especially that because you live so close. So he did that, and we started talking about just a few things and how he's getting older now and he is a contractor, and but because of that he can only handle certain projects. And I happen to think, wow, well, maybe there's a good opportunity here. Who knows? Maybe I can help him, he can help me. I'm younger, I do carpentry and remodeling, and he's older, does the same thing, and I can help him on the days that I have off, because right now I'm working 4 10-hour days. And so I kind of mentioned that to him, but of course, here he knows this is only day 2 for me in my sobriety, and he's like, all right, something to think about. Yeah, absolutely. It's just kind of want to, I think he just wants to see that I'm actually not going to be a flake, and I'm going to actually do what I say I'm going to do and become a better person by being sober. So, I mean, to me, though, that was very encouraging just to have. He gave me his number. I have another person to go to meetings with. I would never burden this person or call him for a ride unless, we could help each other mutually, or if it's literally like going to a meeting where it's like I'm so close to him, it wouldn't be like a big deal. But he was like, oh, don't feel that way. I'll tell you no if I can't help you or whatever. But he's like, you're helping me, he says, and that is cool about a lot of people in the AA meetings is they try to explain to you that you're not always a burden if you're asking for help, especially when you're trying to help yourself. And I can understand that, because when someone's like me is not trying to help themselves, there's no point in trying. There's nothing you can really do to help me, because I'm unhelpable when I'm in active addiction. I just, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I have continued to ruin my life because of substances. I am just not a good person when I drink. I don't know if it opens up portals. All of that I'm sure is true. I become a different, terrible person, and I really am ashamed of myself for that. I always try to maintain and work hard and treat people the best that I possibly can, but I mean, if I'm in active addiction, I just cannot keep it together, and I've destroyed so many things, so many relationships, hurt my own mother and father by my actions, and it's crippling to think about. The only thing that keeps me going is I know that if I do what's right and I really stick with this plan of sobriety, and I mean for the rest of my life, and work on me, that I can gain their respect back, and not just theirs, but my own respect, and hopefully others as well. But I can't take back the past, unfortunately, because if I could, I certainly would, for sure. But all I can do is rewrite the future, and I have a lot of regret, and that's what keeps me in this perpetual cycle. I don't know. It's been said that a good friend can be just as good as a expensive therapist. And I will say, at least I do have one of my really great friends that I've been friends with since I was literally a teenager, and he's just a great person that I've kept in contact throughout all these years, off and on. But lately, I mean, he's single like me and lives alone, and we've been talking every day, and he's very supportive, very helpful, and he was telling me that I should really continue to use this channel as like a journal for myself, and try to almost log in every night, like something about my day, you know, and to hold myself accountable. And that's what I'm doing. Um, I do plan on getting better equipment. I mean, this does not look good. And as I move, I will progress. I do, he actually was thinking about coming on with me and doing like a live session, him and I, where we somehow split screen and talk to each other, where he may ask me questions and then it may turn into where I ask him questions, um, just to have an entertaining live stream and to talk about sobriety and life itself. You know, there's so much to it, um, that I think that it could be really fun and, you know, keep our minds entertained and doing positive things. But not just that. Obviously, we both of us want to be able to help others, share our experience, our journey, my journey, and share it with others so that, you know, hopefully it'll help somebody out there. Hopefully it'll help a lot of people. But anyways, guys, that's all I've really got for right now. I plan on eating some yogurt, drinking some water, and watching maybe a little TV. It feels good to not be drinking. And today's day 2. I really, I love all of you guys who have supported me through the years. I really do, and I'm very grateful to all of you watching. I have a very humble heart right now, and I choose to remain that way. So I got work tomorrow, and I'm actually looking forward to it. You know, I'm gonna sell me some appliances. Okay, like, if you need a microwave, you need a dishwasher, you need a washer and dryer, I'm the guy to come and see nowadays. But I've never had a job like this. I can talk about it more, but I am kind of enjoying it because I'm used to being outside and doing construction all the time, which is great, and I still plan on doing some of that as well. But it is nice to be indoors, and really I'm serving my community. You know, I talk to people and do my best to help people, not just with appliances, but with their home projects. And it is nice to communicate with people. I really enjoy it, actually. So getting a little emotional there, but thank you so much again, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And this is Lost at 40. Until another day, I'll see you soon.